Waiting for Peter to click on. There you go. He's on.
Hello, you there?
How you doing, mate? You
Can
all
you hear
right?
me? Can you hear me?
Noise.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, mate. There's like a hissing noise. Is it you?
No, I can hear you clear.
Oh, you can hear me, mate. Oh, that's okay then.
Yeah.
What
Uh,
you, okay then. We've spoke about quite a lot of things with heavyweight division. What do you think about this Moses Atome guy?
can you see me now?
You what, mate?
Can you see me?
No, I
Can you
can't.
see me?
No, I can't see you, mate.
All right, okay. What about Moses the two, mate? Yeah.
I can see you now, Pete. You got a beard. You look
Oh,
like
you can.
Santa.
That's it. See that?
Where
Got
you
me?
got that top from?
That's my head coach, isn't it? IBA. It's mine.
Good man. Good man.
Oh, I'm the head coach, aren't I? Yeah.
You what, mate?
Yeah. I'm in charge there.
What, the
I'm in
IBA?
charge there, aren't I?
Yeah?
Yeah, yeah. I'm head coach. Yeah. I've been there 20
Brilliant.
years.
That's brilliant, that, Pete. Honestly, brilliant.
Yeah, thank you.
So, what do you think to
Like
that
I said,
Moses Atome then?
look, he's looking class, isn't he? He's looking great. You can see he's got a lot of class there. But to start talking about putting him in Vucic and things like that, you know, I wouldn't do that yet because you're talking about a technician. You're not talking about somebody who could have a fight. I mean, if Derek Chisora was the world champion, I might say, yeah. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
But to go in against another technician, you're talking about a teacher with the teacher with the pupil, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Maybe in 2, 3 years he'd be as good as Usyk. Who knows? But
Do you think that he'd come a cropper against Derek Chisora and Moses Atome?
nah, no, I
No?
think he'd sort Derek Chisora out. Yeah. But I just think when you're talking about technical, there's only one man out there technical, isn't there? You know.
Usyk.
Well, listen, that everyone was going on for years how great Tyson Fury was technically. He was unbeatable, wasn't he?
He's been on floor
Generation,
10 times.
but technically he was the best, wasn't he? I mean, look what happened to him. Usyk took him, beat him. I wouldn't say he schooled him, but he beat him, comfortably. You know,
The
I do
saying,
think that.
sorry, go on.
No, I was just quickly going to say, I thought Fury fought quite well in the second fight. To be honest,
Did
yeah, I
you?
thought he put up. Yeah, I thought he done quite well. Yeah,
The experts, Alex Krasiev says that
yeah.
Usyk's finished now. He's not going to fight again.
I hope not. To be honest with you, I really do because he is a legend and he will go down. And the difference is the only way I can see you want to come back is for a big purse. And then does he need that money? You know what I mean? He don't really need the money. His kids are secure for life. He's
Yeah.
never had nothing. So to him, it's the world, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. I see where you're coming from with that, mate. I see where
Yeah,
you're coming
yeah. He's
from.
never had nothing. So it's the world. I hope he don't come back because that will secure that he was the greatest in the 2000s, wasn't he?
Yeah. Well, if you've had 350 fights and you've won 335, you rematched
Yeah,
11 of the 15 as an amateur and won.
yeah.
There's only four men that you haven't beat, amateur.
Mm,
European
mm.
World Olympic gold. He won the WBSS. He smashed Joe Joyce over 5 rounds with no headgear.
Yeah,
Bellew, Chisora, Fury twice, Dubar, Joshua twice, and the wins over world champions. I think what is it, 8 or 10 or something like that. 10
yeah.
loads of undefeated guys. He's run through everything in two divisions, cruiser and heavy, undisputed. His statistics off the chart. I think it's 8 champions to be actually, but his statistics are off the charts, aren't they, for what he's achieved? And he's
And
39 now, isn't he?
yeah, but two other things as well, Russ.
Yeah,
In cruiserweight, he won every title away from home.
yeah,
He went to their backyards and beat them.
yeah,
And also in the amateurs, he beat Berbatov twice and dropped him.
yeah, yeah. He did. Yeah,
Yeah,
Kovalev as well.
yeah. Kovalev, Berbatov, twice.
Yeah.
So the man's a class act, isn't he? You
Oh,
know.
he's. And you know the good thing about it, Pete, is he carries
Mm.
himself Like the heavyweight champ should carry himself, doesn't he? Really?
Yeah.
You know
He's
what
a
I mean?
credit to the sport. Yeah. And when people say that would he have lived in the 90s and the 2000s? Well, in my opinion, it's only my opinion. Yes, he would.
Yeah.
But the reason he wouldn't have been so great back in the 90s is size, only size. That would have been the difference. Lennox Lewis would have been too big for him because he's
Yeah.
a technician. He's a technical fighter as well. So them fighters back in that day were hungry, big fighters. Larry Holmes, Lennox Lewis. I don't include Tyson because I had a row with a geezer, not a row, but I had a disagreement with a guy online today about Tyson. Why didn't you put him in your top 10? Because I said he usually fought to go in the top 10. He's fought one fighter probably to get the top 10. Other than that, who's he beat? I said, that when you talked about the top 10, I couldn't put him in it.
You on about
I put
Tyson
Joe.
Fury?
No, I didn't put him in my top 10. No. My top 10 quickly, I'll tell you, was number one, Sugar Ray Robinson. Number two was Salvador Sanchez. Number three was Roberto Duran. I think four was Sugar Ray Leonard. Five was Roy Jones Jr. Six, I had Joe Louis. Then I had Ricardo Lopez. Then I had who else did I have? I had I had some good ones. Muhammad Ali was in there. I put him in there, but I put him up the back end. I didn't even put Ali up the front end. I put Larry Holmes in front of him. Yeah, but that's my opinion, And I said to the guy, "You've got your opinions. I've got mine. I've been in the sport 50 years. What you done? I've been involved since my brother-in-law started in the 70s. But I've been a license holder 35 years.
Yeah.
But I've been in the game probably 50 years since I was a young kid.
Yeah.
You know.
It's a
So I've
tough
seen
one,
all
that
kinds.
pound for pound argument, isn't it? But when I look at Tyson Fury's career, all I see is a showman and a confidence trickster trying to tell us he's the greatest of all time, walking around with a goat on. But he
Yeah,
beat Vladimir, who were 39 and 8 months, and Wilder twice. That's it. An old man, Steve Cunningham, in a life and death, who were a cruiserweight. They're his
yeah,
winners over champions. That is
yeah.
it. That's
Mm,
it. He didn't
mm,
fight Joshua. And
no.
he went for Usyk twice and believed he won both fights. In his
Yeah, because he
head.
didn't. Yeah, he didn't know.
No, no,
No. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I never even put Usyk in my top 10
no.
because no, because Usyk's cruiserweight fighters, and I don't rate the heavyweights that he's beat. To go in a top 10, you've got to fight good opponents as well as being a champion. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah,
And if you go back to the 90s and the 80s and the 70s, you're talking about quality fighters, mate.
yeah.
This boxing today ain't on the same level as it was. It's
No.
all interfered with. It's like being tweaked, isn't it now?
Ugh.
You don't, they only want to fight once this year and all that. You think, what's his name there? There was a fighter, my mind's going. But there's one fight, he's had like 56 fights in a year, something like that. It was ridiculous.
Yeah,
Harry Greb, I think it was 56 fights in a year, something ridiculous. And he was 56 and 0. You know what I mean? Going back in the days. And then you're looking at this lot who want to fight once a year for millions of pounds. The first thing a fighter says today is not who am I fighting, it's how much am I getting.
never.
Do you see what I mean? There's a big difference, isn't it? It's not who am I fighting, it's how much am I getting.
Do you think
So,
there's too much out there as regards materialistic things in the world for fighters today to think, well, I'm not going to risk it because I want to buy this and I want to buy that?
yeah, definitely. I
Do you
mean,
think?
have you just seen what Tyson Fury's doing? He's knocking his house down.
Right.
He's just bought the neighbours each side of him their houses. He paid over the top, and he's smashing it all down. He's having an house with a bowling alleys, swimming pools, all this in there, a rainforest, all this shit down in there in Blackpool. In Morecambe.
Morecambe.
Yeah. So that's what he's doing. So he'll come back when the money starts going down.
He will be back because he'll look at it as
Yeah.
like money left on the table.
He won't want to fight Dubois. because he don't like punchers. He learnt that, you know. Oh, by the way, I heard this is the new rumor that on the Bacoli and AJ fight in Africa, they're now going to be putting Chisora against what's the kickboxer name? Kickboxer, what's his name? The MMA fighter who Tyson fought.
Oh, Ngannou.
Ngannou, that's it. They're going to put him in against him in Africa. That's the new rumor out. So I've heard today. They're talking about that. Chisora versus Ngannou. I
said to my mate this morning, Derek Chisora, he'll be punching for pay when he's 45.
Yeah, but he's poor kids. You know, he's got little girls there, hasn't he? You know, sorry, he's got little girls there at home. It's crazy what he's doing because he's shortening his lifespan, isn't he? You know.
Yeah.
I mean, I've even heard Nigel start talking punchy between me and you. I've listened to him, and he don't sound the same as when I was with him. Do you see what I mean? It's all a little bit like that, you know.
Okay. Canelo against Jake Paul. What do you think about all that chat? Because the Crawford fight's cancelled apparently now, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a disgrace.
What do you think, Canelo and Jake Paul in Riyadh?
I think it's a disgrace to boxing. Who's he fought? It's all about money, isn't it? There again, you know, it's what the commissions are going to get. I mean, you're talking about a lot of money. Canelo versus Jake Paul, and the commission WBC is going to cop. He's as bent as anybody, isn't he? I mean, I know from back in my day, the president of the WBC, Jose Sulaiman.
Yeah.
He's Sulaiman's son. Jose's dad was in Don King's pocket.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah, that's how we got to fight Gerald McClellan, because we were supposed to fight a guy called Frederick Celia.
Yeah.
And because we refused to fight Michael Nunn, he said, right, I'm going to get Gerald McClellan made number one, move him up from middle to super middle, make him number one at the next convention, then I'll bring him over to beat Nigel, take his title. When I told Nigel, he said, tell him to fucking bring him. That's what he said. You know, his exact words. He went, tell him to fucking bring him. I ain't frightened of him. And he got up for it, you know what I mean? He was up for it like a mother. And then the same thing's happening now. That's what they're doing. How can you put Jake Paul in the ring with Canelo? Well, no, another question I've got there quickly is, how's he going to get down from 200 pounds to 168?
Oh, Jake Paul?
Because, yeah.
Cut his beard off.
Yeah, but he's fighting at 200 pounds, Russ. He's got to get down to 168 because he only wants to fight for the titles, he says. He wants to be a world champion. So he's got to get down to 168. He will be dead. He won't go 3 rounds.
No, he won't. No, it'll kill him.
Well, if he fights at 200 pounds, what does he walk around at?
220.
226. Yeah, 226, 225. And then he gets that off down to 200. Now he's got to boil down. I think you need 2 years' notice to get that off. It's all about, yeah. I suppose he just wants to say, I fought Canelo.
Yeah. What do you think, Pete, to Bivol against Beterbiev rematch?
This is an intriguing fight this time because they both know each other and they're both very skilled at what they do. And now I had Bivol winning the last fight, as you know, by 2 rounds. It just depends on how much was taken out of Berbatov rather than Bivol, because I think Bivol's not coming to the end yet. He's still got a bit in the tank, whereas I think Berbatov might be lower in the tank. I don't see Bivol stopping Berbatov, no way. But can he get an honest judge this time? I think, and my honest belief is this, that last time, I think the Muslim had a lot to do with it, the Muslim religion. He's a Muslim, they're a Muslim. First Muslim to be undisputed in Riyadh. But now that's done, I think we might get an honest fight. And if Bivol fights up a little bit better than he did last time and not sort of be a little bit afraid, and in the second half of the fight, paces himself a bit better so he can take it into the second half and not let Berbatov keep coming at him all the time, I think Bivol could win it on a very close decision again, two rounds. But I won't be surprised if Berbatov beats him if Bivens' heart's not in it. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I won't be surprised either way. To be fair, because they're both good at what they do, aren't they? I mean, I'm being honest. They're both very good at what they do.
Yeah, I think they cancelled each other out, Pete. I think.
Yeah. And what you got to remember is what they both did as an amateur. I think Better BF has got a better amateur record than Bivol.
Yeah.
I mean, quality opposition. That's what I mean. You know, forget the numbers, but the quality of opposition. I mean, when you fight Usyk and all these fighters that he has fought as an amateur, and he's had 200 or 300 fights, hasn't he? Better BF. So either way, it's a very hard. That's an hard fight to pick a winner. That's a dead 50-50 fight. That is, isn't it?
Yeah, my friend Scott Brunt has signed a kid from Kazakhstan. He's out there in Thailand called Tim.
I've seen him. Yeah, I've seen him. Yeah.
He's very dedicated, very humble.
Yeah, he looks it.
They all are from out there, aren't they?
Yeah. Seems a nice kid.
Yeah, he punches like a mule, apparently, like a mule. Really freakish power, and I think it's all in how they're fetched up because they don't have it easy out there, do they?
No.
And we're a bit mollycoddled, aren't we? Our boxers coming through the EIS.
But if I can give you one bit of advice to tell your friend,
yeah,
if you've got a kid that's pretty raw but a big puncher, you've got to get his feet right.
Yeah,
because he'll be falling over himself in the ring all the time if he's just trying to land all the time. And you get someone that knows a little bit what they're doing. You know what I mean? Technically wise, he'll be falling over his feet. So he's got to get whoever is training him, get his feet to be good, very good. That's where it all comes from. Everything comes from the floor upwards. You know, so he's got to get his feet right. So that's the advice I would give. You know.
A bit like Nigel Benn when he fought Anthony Logan and nearly come a cropper, didn't he?
Yeah, I was there. Yeah, he nearly come a cropper, mate. He won. The referee said he was 10 seconds away from stopping it.
Yeah.
One punch away from it, he said.
Nigel pulled the cat out of that bag, didn't he?
Yeah. And you know who fought him straight after that? Eubank.
Yeah.
And he won on points. I was there again at the Albert Hall. He fought him straight after. And he beat him on points. He's a tough kid, Anthony Logan, Jamaican kid.
I'll tell you another tough kid who Nigel Benn fought, and Eubank nearly fought him, Sanderline Williams.
Yeah. Do you know what Nigel said to me? Two hardest fights he had was Sanderline Williams and the other kid's name was, oh, Christ, what's his name now? Sanderline Williams, and the two fights he had in America after he lost, that was his two toughest fights. He said the other kid, not Sanderline Williams, the other kid, tough as asses. He said,
Doug DeWitt.
Eating him. No, before Doug DeWitt it was. Yeah.
Inwit Dodge, what's his name? He was a world champion, wasn't he?
No. This kid was a world champion, not Robbie Sims. No. You thinking Robbie Sims?
No, I'm thinking about that guy with dodgy eye who fought Duran. He fought Doug DeWitt and the other guy, didn't he? When Nigel went out there, I'll tell you his name in a minute. 2 seconds. He ended up poor, didn't he, on the streets and that, but he was a world champion, wasn't he?
Might be.
He fought Doug DeWitt, Barkley.
Oh yeah, no, not Barkley, no, not Barkley. No, this is if you look up on his record, next to Sanderline Williams, it was either before or after. He fought a kid, and Nigel said to me he was the toughest kid he fought.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said he was the toughest kid he fought. He said that Sanderline Williams was well underrated. Yeah, Eubank turned him down. Barry Hearn turned him down.
Yeah.
Didn't want him. He said no, I don't want him for Eubank. Yeah, turned him down, and then Nigel took it. Because Barry got hold of I wasn't with him then. Ambrose was with him, and he took the backhander off of Barry Hearn to put him in with Sam because he wanted to get him beat.
Yeah.
See, that's why he signed Nigel up to get him beat.
Yeah, keep him away from Eubank.
Yeah. But Nigel kept winning.
They did it with Luis Ortiz, didn't they? Match him. They signed Luis Ortiz to keep him away from Joshua, protecting the quarterback.
Exactly. That's what they do. Yeah.
Okay. David Benavidez, Peter, what's your opinion on him?
I rate him, but I just wish he had a bit of a bigger punch. I
David
think that's his
Benavidez
downfall.
knocked out 24 out of 30.
Yeah, but look at the opposition. Some of them. Yeah, I mean, I just what it is. He's got fast combinations. He's not a knockout artist. What he does is he accumulates. He wears them down and he
Like
grinds them
Froch.
down to the later rounds, and then he stops them and he gets a TKO. You see what I'm saying? They're not really KOs. They're TKOs mostly. He's got a couple, but if you look at the way he fights, he like Froch, he takes him into the second half of the fight, drains them down, and then he stops them. He's got fast combinations. Yeah. But I do rate him. But I think he might get found out if he fights Bivol or Berbatov.
Okay. Yui Fury, I get a lot of emails asking me, oh, you're doing Yui loads of favours on there. You need to start speaking the truth. So I'm going to speak the truth about Yui. They're saying it's Yui's year. He's 31 this year. He's got to start getting a move on now, hasn't he?
But if you're a manager, would you want to put your fighter in with him?
No, because Yui's never been down. His style is very hard to nail. And he's a mover, isn't he? So I know he's hard to match because when I work for Dennis, I speak to matchmakers all the time. I do today. And they're like, nobody wants to put him near him. So
exactly.
He's in a catch-22, him and his dad, aren't
they? Yeah, 100%. He's a good, talented fighter.
Yeah.
But who needs him? He's in the who needs him club.
Yeah.
See? I wouldn't put my fighters in with him because he could either nick it on points or he could, catch you. Because he's very awkward, as you say. He leans right back, doesn't he, when he fights? You can't get near him. Yeah. You've got to really take a gamble to get near him. Who needs him?
Yeah. What do you think to Povetkin with his 4-year ban and all his last 10 fights have been classed as, or 10 wins or something, been classed as no contests?
Why are they shouting about him and nobody else?
Exactly, that's what I want to know. Why is nobody else getting this? Is it because Povetkin's retired and they're just trying to set a precedent?
No, it's because he's Russian.
Yeah.
Russians now, don't they? Everybody hates Russians. I don't, but everybody else hates Russians.
Yeah.
That's probably why. Pick on the Russians. So,
way I see it is this: Yui's career now, he's only got 2 losses. The Parker one, which you could say he won, and I forgot who the other guy who he lost to. Let me have a look. I know he lost to Povetkin, he lost to somebody else. But I just think Yui, 29-2, his record looks a bit better now, doesn't it? But
he's a good fighter, Yui.
He's still in the who needs him club, isn't he?
Yeah, you ain't going to give him a voluntary title shot, are you?
No, I think he'll never freeze him out. I think he's being froze out. Plus, Bricktop and Peter are not exactly best mates, are they?
No, but I think his only chance, Russ, is if he changes his style slightly and engages.
And goes for it, yeah.
Yeah, engages. If he engages in the contest, then maybe, because I'm not being rude, he's a boring to watch, isn't he?
He's very not as engaging, is it, his style?
No, he don't want to engage, does he?
Pulev, I was there ringside, I should have remembered. Pulev in Bulgaria. But he was cutting round 2, a bad cut. So
he cuts easy, doesn't he?
Yeah, he'd been cutting sparring by McCauley leading up to that, and they patched him up. And Kerry Kayes, I remember him saying on Aeroplane, he says that cut will open up. And it did, obviously.
Yeah.
They've still not changed the Povetkin win for Povetkin to a no contest. But he's had 6 wins since then, Yui. He's not been out since September. We're talking about April. Now, that's 7 months since his last fight. There's 2 long gaps in between, for my opinion.
Yeah. He's got Peter's got to get him up and out, and he's also got to get. If he wants to get a title shot, he's got to start engaging.
Yeah.
For me, otherwise he ain't never going to get. He'll stink the place out. I mean, he can't. He's not a ticket seller, is he? Because of his style. It's not that he ain't talented.
Okay.
He's a little bit like Errol Graham, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. Talented, but who needs him?
Yeah, nobody wanted to. Nigel Benn didn't want Errol Graham, did he?
No. Well, it's not his style, is it?
No.
Nigel wants a tear up.
Yeah. Okay. Uh, the Lazy Rhino versus Elmer Fudd rematch. It was a good fight. Should it happen?
Don't happen.
Won't happen
Yes,
now.
it should. Yes, it should happen, but it won't.
Okay. Liam Cameron against Whittaker. Ben Whittaker. Will that rematch happen?
That won't happen. No. Listen, boxer, that's their golden goose. They ain't going to get him shot, are they?
No, no.
That's their TV star. They're pushing everything on with him, aren't they?
Yeah.
Even Adam Azim.
Yeah. Do you think
he's overrated?
Will he fight Dalton Smith?
No.
No. It's a shame, isn't it?
Directions. Yeah, they're going in opposite directions.
Okay.
Well, you've got 2 TV stations, didn't you?
Yeah. Dylan White.
Yeah.
Where's he now? Is he froze out because he wouldn't help Bricktop promote that Fury fight at Wembley?
Who is it I heard today he's going to fight? He's signed to fight. He's signed to fight somebody. Dylan, who is it he signed to fight today? In April.
Oh, Dylan.
Yeah, Dylan White signed to fight someone in April, April the 29th, I think it is. Where is it? Fucking hell.
I'll tell you now.
He's agreed to sign to fight someone on April the 29th, I think it is.
Dylan White. He's sorry, I pressed David Adelaide. I'm blind as a bat. No, he's not on box rec or anything, Dylan White, I'm afraid. No, he's not down fighting anybody.
I think it is today. He's come out that he's agreed to fight he's agreed to bloody fight now. Oh God.
15th of December, last fight. Ebenezer Testing.
Yeah, he looks awful, doesn't he?
Dylan.
You know. Yeah, he looks
20
awful.
stone, looks fat as a pig.
Yeah, Barry White, isn't he? Yeah.
Barry White, Michelin man.
The thing
Do you
is,
feel that Dylan's got a world title running him again, or do you think that's him done?
No. They won't give him one anyway.
No.
There's too many up and coming youngsters going for it now.
Do you think he's hanging on there, Pete, for a trilogy with
Payday?
Boy?
Yeah, maybe. That's his only chance of a fight, I think. I mean, you got Adelaide, you got the other kid coming on. There's loads of them coming through, isn't there? That, you know, they don't. He'll get blown out.
Do you really think that, Pete?
Well, Frank Warren's got about 12 of the top 20, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Fighters at heavyweight. I think he's got about 12 of the heavyweights in the top 20.
Francis Warren, the son of Bricktop, he's the manager for Moses Atome. He's in a good position, isn't he?
Yeah, very good. Yeah, but I wouldn't rush the kid.
No.
Bring him along at the right time against the right person. Why fight Usyk and gamble losing when them belts fragment? He's still young enough to go, right, I'll fight him. You know, I mean, look, even Charles Martin's trying to stick his face back in, and he at the heavyweight scene, and he's going, "Oh, I'll fight Atuma, Moses Atuma." He didn't even want to fight 2 rounds with bloody AJ, did he?
He'd get crumbled to moon, wouldn't he, Charlie Martin, against
1 or 2 rounds. He'd be out. Yeah, sleep. It's money, payday. See, they all want to jump on this Riyadh season, don't they? See, it's killing the sport, I think.
Yeah, because people are parked up now and they're waiting for Saudi, aren't they?
What happens if Turkey pulls out next week and says, "I've had enough, don't want it"? Then all these fighters are expecting this kind of money. Bricktop ain't going to give it to him. Eddie Hearn ain't going to give it to him. So all their money's going to go wallop, and they're going to go, "Oh, what am I in this sport for? That shit money," you know? Because they're all expecting being sport by this big money.
Yeah. Do you feel, Pete, that it's having an effect on the UK boxing shows at the smaller level?
Definitely. Yeah, it's having us, and in the boxing sport in general, because only the cream of the crop are getting anything.
Yeah.
What about these kids that have been training since they're 12 and 10, you know, and 8 years old, and they're getting parked up now, you know?
Well, looking at the statistics, there's about 35, 36 boxers from the UK all having it off, and the rest of the 12, whatever, there's over 1,200, is there, or something, are not getting a look in, are they?
No. You know what they should do? Times change. Have a fund. Each boxer has to put X amount of their purse into a fund to help the up and coming fighters who ain't getting the fucking shots. And I don't mean fortunes. I just mean like £5 each or something, 10 grand each out of their money into a little kitty, and it just keep the boys ticking over to train and that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Times change, so it ain't unheard of to do things like that, is it?
No, it ain't, mate. It's an interesting one. I'm just disappointed that we're not getting the Liam Cameron Ben Whittaker fight, because I think Ben Whittaker pulled everybody's pants down that night, didn't he?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, that was a dive. Everybody says it in the game.
Why would he not want to put that right? And why would Johnny Fisher not want to put that one right with David Allen?
I'm going to be totally honest with you. It ain't down to Whittaker. It's down to his team. They don't want it. They know that's the golden goose. That's their TV star. Just like Naz was, Nigel was, as you're going along the years, he's their golden goose. Yeah. Without him, what's Boxer got?
Okay. All right, then. Well, we'll finish off on the Gad. I'm going to give him his flowers. How's he managed to stay in the media this long?
Long tongue.
What?
A long tongue.
A long tongue is that right, Peter?
Very right? Long tongue. Yeah. Hey. Oh, mate, I can't stand listening to him either. I fucking can't stand him. He's one of the most creepiest men I've ever. He feels to me like he's one of them men that touches all the girls, touchy. That's what he feels like to me, creepy. And he thinks he's the nuts, doesn't he?
I've seen him at shows, and he's quite a jovial character, but he's always sat with ring car girls, and he knows all the first names. And he says it's out of respect, but
top shirt undone, like the 70s. You know what I mean? And I remember the 70s. You know what I mean?
A medallion.
Yeah, the medallion man stands at the disco with his airy chest hanging out. And a medallion. Yeah.
John Travolta.
Yeah, my best mate is the medallion man. That's his nickname. My best mate, 50 odd years. That's his nickname, the medallion man. Big airy chest standing out in a Lotus with his chest out. Oh, funny, mate. But the Gad is an arse licker, isn't he?
Yeah, it's embarrassing, really, because they all want to say what we say.
Yeah, but they can't.
Too scared to say it because they don't want to be ostracised. It's like there's an opportunity for Terry Marsh to come on my channel. Somebody's emailed me. I don't know if it's genuine or not. And I've said, yeah, I ain't got a problem. And this guy said, well, what it is, no other YouTube channel wants to have Terry on because they're all frightened of getting legal action off you-know-who. But I said, he's welcome on here. We live in freedom of speech, innit? The man's been acquitted of attempt murder. So what has he done wrong if he wants to tell his story? What I'd have to do, I've already spoke to a legal person. I said, would you be willing to go through the interview after? And she went, yes. So I ain't got a problem with having Terry Marsh on here. So if people want to get in touch with Terry Marsh and tell him, yes, if it is genuine, you're welcome on Porky's Corner. I'm not bothered. So
who do you think?
Hey,
who do you think was his bodyguard after he got done for shooting?
Lenny McLean when he were in jail. What his bodyguard?
No, when he come out. When he come out.
You.
Me.
Yeah.
I'm in his book.
Yeah.
I was with him, and I went to court with him the next day after when he went to the Old Bailey and got not acquitted for the bullets.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because they found 9mm Luger bullets up in his loft.
Yeah, but he were next cell to Lenny McLean on remand, wasn't
he? Yeah.
Because I read his book, and I read Lenny's book as well. Lenny's book's like something Joe Egan would write, Fantasy Island stuff. 3,000 fights, bare knuckle. Listen, do you know if you're a nightclub bouncer and you punch somebody in the head and they're not looking, it don't mean you've had a bare knuckler, does it, Pete?
I was a doorman for 30 years. I know.
You used to work with Carlton Leach, didn't you?
Yeah. I worked with him, or he worked with me, put it that way. I didn't work with him. Yeah. I was a doorman for many years. Yeah. In Stratford, I had Moros. I got done for the murder there.
Yeah.
Yeah, back in '85. Yeah, I've done a lot of doors. Yeah, in the East End, all over the East End. I worked the doors. Yeah.
Brilliant. Well, listen, it's been a pleasure to have you on, Peter. You are boxing royalty, in my opinion, and in my heart.
Yeah. We'll
Thank
do
you.
one next month. We'll do one after the 22nd. Yeah, so that we can talk about that. Yeah.
That's
Is that all right?
brilliant, Pete. Thank you very
All right,
much.
Russ. You're
Cheers,
welcome,
mate.
mate. See you soon.
Right.
See you all soon. Ta.
Right.
Bye.
Thanks for coming on.
Bye.
Right. Well, that was Peter De Freitas, boxing royalty in boxing. Nice to have him on. I hope everybody's enjoyed part 1 and part 2. And I will see you all tomorrow. Thank you very much for liking and subscribing and leaving a comment. That's about it, really. I'm off out now to I'm going to paint the town red. Booyaka!